Welcome to card layout number 44 from me, John Bloodworth, Gentleman Crafter. This is what I'm going to make in this video, and here's a few bits that I will be using. First, there's the Let's Celebrate paper pad from first edition. Lots of beautiful patterns and styles and colours to work with there. So not spoilt for choice at all. I will also be using some bits and pieces. That's the layout I'm going to use, by the way. So I've got a VersaFine ink pad, a sentiment stamp, and here are a couple of the papers that I chose from the pad. I've teamed those up with some coordinating cardstock and a white 6x4 card. I'll start by chopping down the background, which will be the full size of the card. If you'd like the layout with all of the dimensions, please do head over to my blog, gentlemancrafter.com. I will leave a link in the description below the video. It's not easy to say, is it? Well, it should be easy, but it's not. Below the video. Using the bookbinding glue as ever by Pinflair. It's one of the best, I think, for card making. Now to chop down some bits and pieces. So starting with the patterned paper, I'm doing 1-inch squares. So just cut a 1-inch strip, and then theoretically from a 6-inch sheet of paper I should get 6 squares. And again, that's not easy to say. But somehow I ended up with a long bit at the end. Anyway. I decided to cut some coloured squares as well, just to sort of vary the squares in the background. The original plan was to go with all patterned, but I decided against that in the end. I've already cut a strip of paper, and I was using the paper pad as an ad hoc stamping block. Again, God, everything's rhyming in this video. This just helps get a nice even pressure across the whole impression as you're stamping. It's just a little tip I picked up along the way, really, I think. Can't remember where. And then just giving it a quick blast with the heat tool to dry it off, but obviously if you've got time you can just let it air dry. I'm then using the gridded ruler, which has a zeroed centre, to measure off equal distances from the centre of the sentiment to the outside edge. And then I'm marking those with my pencil, and also marking the card. And then chopping that down. Okay, let's start putting this together. That's where my sentiment's going to be. While I was having a look for something else, I noticed that I had some Nuvo drops that might work well with this. Okay, so that's where my squares are going to go. Roughly. So, time to get them stuck down, I think. For this particular layout, I found it best to stick down the outside shapes first and work towards the centre and build up that way. That means that I could make sure that I got the centre square, well, not the centre square, the outside edge ones straight. And then hopefully everything else should follow. Now, I did think about edging those, and because I hadn't already pre-prepared this, I did have a good old rummage through the ink pad box, but I couldn't actually find anything that would be suitable from a sort of turquoisey tealy blue colourway, so I just went for this chalky blue and hoped that it would kind of tone down with the pink of the cardstock. I didn't apply much so that it didn't stand out if it was wrong. Not that there is any wrongs in card making. There's just different directions or alternative theories. Or what's that old phrase? Happy accidents? Some of those as well. I've had a few of those in this card series. By the way, if you are enjoying these, again, if there's anything you'd like to see in the future, any particular products or techniques, just leave me a comment in the section below the video on YouTube. I do read them all and I'm very grateful for each one. Sometimes I may just like them, sometimes I may leave an essay of a reply, but I am grateful for every single like or share or even subscribe. There we go, there's that pink edging. Oh, I haven't even described that yet. I basically chose an ink pad to edge the sentiment with as well, just to make the outside edge have something to contrast against with the background. Wow, I can make things rhyme, but I can't actually form a sentence. Wow. Okay, so those blue panels that were going against the sentiment, I'm actually sticking to the sentiment. And they'll be raised up along with the sentiment itself on some foam pads. Stick that down. Hope nobody noticed it's slightly wonky. And then to finish, just a couple of trios of Nuvo drops in opposite corners. And there we go, that's card layout number 44 done. I thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you next time. That's it for this time. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And for more from me in the future, please remember to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.